Muy buenas, hinchas. Hoy es jueves. Es jueves. Es el 7 de mayo. Ayer fue el 6 de mayo y mañana va a ser viernes, ¡olé!, el 8 de mayo. Ayer vosotros hicisteis un dictado. En el dictado tuviste que escribir lo que oíste, ¿sí? Y después sacaste una foto, me lo entregaste y tal y tal. Bueno, hoy va a ser un ejercicio de correcciones, ¿bien? Ajuntado al salón hay una hoja de trabajo con 10 frases. 10 frases sencillas. Vosotros no más que tenéis que leer cada frase, encontrar los errores y vais a hacer las correcciones en los errores. Por ejemplo, quizás lo podéis ver, que hay una frase de Molela. Bien, yo la voy a leer en voz alta por vosotros. Okay? I'm gonna look at this model sentence for you para explicarte lo que quiero que hagáis, what I want for you to do. So, as you, mientras lo estáis leyendo, as you're reading it, it says, corrige los errores en las siguientes frases. Read the errors, or I'm sorry, correct the errors on the following sentences. Escribe las frases correctamente en tu cuaderno, write the sentences correctly in your notebook. Debajo de las frases correctas, debajo, ¿sí?, explica en inglés por qué no era correcta. Explain in English why you made those corrections. Why was that not a correct? Why was it not correct the way that it was written? Bien. Sigue el modelo. So, el modelo dice, allí es, allí, you can read it yourself when you open up the document. Allí es un día festivo en México que se llama el 5 de mayo. Y la M de mayo está mayúsculado. Okay? So, en la frase correcta, it should be, instead of allí es, it should be I. H-A-Y. I. Un día festivo en México que se llama el 5 de mayo with M minúsculo. And so in the explicación, I explain, allí es equals there it is. You do not use these words to talk about what exists. These words together to talk about something that exists, that there is. You would use the word I. Also, in Spanish conventions, you never capitalize the months. So that's why the M in mayo, in my correction, has been rewritten to be minúsculo, to be lowercase. So vas a hacer la misma cosa. You're going to do the same thing for números 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 y 20. Voy a decir, si me necesitas, por favor, no dudes en contactarme y preguntarme. Yo creo que la mayoría son fáciles. Majority of these, I think, are pretty easy and you'll see them right away. Pero hay algunos, there's some that if you have, decir la verdad, they're all errors that I've been harping on all year long. There will be things related to grammatica, grammar, or do your verbs agree with your subjects? Do your adjectives agree in gender and number with the subjects that they're describing? Look at some things that are pronounced, or think about how some things are pronounced. we talked briefly during our when we were talking about the preterite in the past that there's certain spelling changes that have to happen in Spanish in order to maintain the integrity of the pronunciation. Keep those in mind as you're reading as well. Some of them is just vocabulario. So there can be anything from spelling errors to grammatical errors to things being capitalized, things being not capitalized. Think about things like the format of a date, the correct Spanish version, Spanish way of giving a date. It is different from the way that we give a date in English. Also, just think about preguntas, questions that we would ask on a daily basis at the beginning of the hour about how people are feeling, what day it is, what date it is. How do we describe weather? It's different to say that it's cold outside versus the ice is cold. You use a different setup of verbs, and we've talked about that. So keep those things in mind as you're going through making those corrections. Escríbalos, por favor. Write them in your cuaderno. Saca una foto. Que lo suba. Que lo subas, por favor. En Salón de Hugo. Lo entregas allí. Así que yo lo puedo leer. Y yo voy a hacer unos comentarios. I'm going to make a couple comments just to make sure that you're on pace for that. La última cosa que yo voy a decir, last thing I'm going to say, is that these are errors that are extremely common for first-year students to make. And so I will say, aún unos alumnos hispanohablantes, even some of my native speakers, some of these errors are directed at you all, for some of the errors that you make that are a little bit of a higher level, but there are some errors that you've been prone to make. And again, no tienes la culpa, it's not your fault. It's that you've grown up, your entire lifetime in English speaking schools. And we've taught you English speaking spelling conventions, English grammar and syntax conventions. And what you have to realize is that your language is so beautiful the way that it is, you don't want to ruin it by imposing these English conventions onto Espanol. Okay. So, eso os va a ayudar también. Si me necesitas, obviamente, por favor, no dudes en contactarme. Yo estaré listo para contestaros por Talking Points o por correo electrónico o en el salón. Algunos de vosotros me dejáis unos comentarios en el salón debajo de la tarea que yo explico. So some of you leave me comments right underneath the assignment. Está bien, yo los voy a responder. I will respond to those como habéis visto. You've already seen. Pero esto es todo para mañana, para hoy, para jueves. Bien. Ok. Hasta luego, hinchas. Chao.